Okay, so section 6.4 is journalizing and posting the adjusting entries. So the good thing about this is that you've already planned those adjusting entries when we did the adjustment column of the worksheet. So then we have to go back and actually do the journal entries. So the journal entries that update the general ledger are called adjusting entries. So we got to do the journal entries and we have to post them. So the adjusting entry for supplies, when we did that on the worksheet, we put the amount that had been used up of supplies credited into supplies in the adjustment column, and the debit part was supplies expense. So, and we put those A's with it to show that those go together. So all we're doing now is going back to the general journal and we're going to record the transaction. Main difference here is that we don't really have a source document. So normally you have a memo, a check, a receipt, some kind of source document. Well, when you're doing adjustments, your source document is your worksheet. And so since we don't have a source document, we center the words adjusting entry on the very first line. And then you do your adjusting entry and you do your debit first. So supplies expense, debit, and supplies credit. And that's all you do. And then the same thing with prepaid insurance. We had also done that on the worksheet and done the math part and done all the planning of it. So now we're just coming down right below that supplies adjusting entry on the same journal page. And we do our debit to insurance expense and our credit to prepaid insurance. And then once you post those, your supplies account, your prepaid insurance, your insurance expense, and your supplies expense ledgers will be updated with the correct amount. So if you remember way back when we did this in lesson 6.2, we found out that we started with $620 in our supplies account at the beginning of the month. At the end of the month, we had 90. So we had to adjust it for 530. And so now your ledgers reflect that change. The same thing with your prepaid insurance. And you're done with chapter 6.